Hello, not done a video for a while, so tonight I've popped into Norton Tuning Solutions to see a friend I've worked with for quite a while now. I used to work with him on buses and stuff, so he's got his own tuning shop now, which is cool. Specialises in Evos, Yaris GRs, bits of Honda stuff, bits of everything really. So yeah, welcome. So we're doing a bit, today we're working on old Honda, just doing a little bit on that. I still like doing a bit, to be fair. I like to have a cup of tea with Simon, so come down, do a little bit, keep me hand in, and I get to look at cool cars and play with his cool dyno. So if it's alright with Simon, I'll just check with him and I'll show you around a couple of cool things he's got in at the minute, and then we'll have a look at the car. So this is Simon's Evo. So he's had this, you had this about 15 years, hadn't you?
No,
About 8 this one, so this is his, so it's an Evo 6. I believe it is a Mac actually, and this makes about 800 horsepower I think at the moment. It's got a big front mounted precision. So yeah, it's quite a cool thing. You know, all the usual bells and whistles, rolling anti-lag. It's a cool thing. Don't use it that much, but it is proper cool and stuff. So, and it launches RJ, imagine. So sequential gearbox, etc. So it's the real deal. That's really cool. This one's another customer's what he's got in that's come in to have some mapping work, a few other bits done. Lovely car again. It's a carbon and stuff. Really cool. Bit it shifts as well, it's nice, about 400 horse I think, so it's really cool. Bit of old school going on for Evo 5 crew. Again, cool things now, you don't see a lot, but I really like these. These are cool, so I'm pleased about that. There's Norton's other development car, if you like, which is pretty cool. She's got a Yaris GR, which sounds nice. These are cool as well. I've done quite a few bits to this. Camshaft, intake, Venturi, intake, bigger turbocharger. You know, use breathing mods, so it sounds nice. So yeah, he's just doing bits on that. That them big cams sounds cool, doesn't it? Oh, it's got some man cams in. It's got a nice lumpy idle, which is cool. Oof. So I do like these. Very nice. Whoa, I need to borrow this. He keeps saying he's going to lend it to me, but he doesn't. But this is very nice. Look at the shifter he's put in. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Has he got a lockout for it so you can go in, can't go in wrong gear or?
no, not really.
Oh my man. That's nice, isn't it?
Smash it as well for the gear.
It's cool. Liking this shifter. It's nice place to be in here.
Yeah, you've got all boost gauges and stuff like that. It's not so bad. Seats are all right, you know. Traction control, flat shift, all that type of stuff. But some bullshit like that, you know. So
power wise, what we on so far, roughly? Do you think?
367 horse at the moment, but I think when I put the Civics back on, I think I should be able to squeeze a bit more out of it because of the ludicrous ECU control.
Yes, Sam was showing me earlier, because obviously I don't do much with newer stuff, so just show me all the millions of tables you've got in the standard ECU. Quite hard to get around, and no matter what you do really, there's little tables that do sort of torque capping, excuse me, and other bits. So yeah, it's not like what I'm used to with sort of motorsport stuff or old school stuff where you can kind of just do what you want in theory. You know, from, I think you said it was some Ecotech software on this, but yeah, there's a lot of things in there where you think you could just do what you want and you can't, because there's protection features in there, other bits and bobs which limit what you can do. So the next thing for this really will probably be put the Civics on, and then you've got full control then. It's a better ECU anyway, but the aim was, because it's a development car, is obviously Simon's been seeing how far you can go on stock ECU, because obviously for a lot of customers who are on a budget, they might not want to go to a Civex or standalone if you like. So it's what can you do and what can't you do really with the stock ECU and the stock software, and then you can better advise your customers. That's what it's been doing, so cool. So then we've got Jonty's vehicle, who's a friend of mine. So this has got a, I'm not really into the Stancy side of things, but he loves it, 'cause he's a Stancy boy. So it's a B18 Honda with a turbo kit on it that Race Tech did him. So it's based on an Evo Kit. So it's, you know, Jonty's actually had a go at rebuilding this. I give him an hand, to be fair. So it's been rebuilt. So it's basically a low comp build, if you like. It's not sleeved or CSS, but it's a low compression build. He's done himself. I give him some guidance. So just basically getting a tune on this now. So it's made about, on a bar, it's made about 320 horsepower. It's not too bad. Pretty happy with it. low 11s on fueling, so I'm fairly happy with that now. I've got most of the things ironed out, so we're going to start turning it boost up in a minute. We are old school in here. We are taking it back to the 90s and the 2000s. We're on Honda RS300. There's a version 3, and we've got
garbage.
Shut up. We've got an AVCR doing all the boostings and stuff like that. So it's like using a Casio calculator to run the engine. It's absolutely brilliant. Simon's very disappointed.
Yeah,
but
I'm very disappointed because the Millennium Bug might attack the AVCR at any moment.
we're having fun. It's like I said, it's been about 320 horse a minute on a bar with chip bag going. So yeah, we haven't got loads of time in it either, to be fair. So we'll put some wind in it and see what she does. So right, so I've done a bit of tuning. We've stopped at about 380 horsepower. The turbo, believe it or not, is about maxed out, which is disappointing. So we've been ramping duty and got to about 75%. It's not really responding, so the turbo's running out of puff. This is only an Evo turbo, so Evos don't typically rev to 8,500, so we're a bit out of airflow. So I bet you can keep ramping the duty all you want, but basically the turbo is struggling to make boost now. It's out of flow, which is what we'd expected. But I mean, 380 horsepower is pretty good going. This also has quite big cams in it, so probably some of the issue as well is we're pushing boost into the exhaust. These cams are designed for a bigger turbo, really. So we've got too much overlap, so that'll be some of it as well, I think. So I did say probably want some smaller camshafts in it, but you've got to go with what the customer wants to do. So that's some of the issue. So I'll show you a graph. So graph wise, you can see you know, we like about 380 horsepower, decent torque, you know, so a bit of a dip in the middle where we could probably put a bit of timing in there, but it's pretty flat, so we're not pushing this too hard. We just sort of left it, so you know, overall pretty happy. But yeah, it just shows you, doesn't it? You can bolt all the bits on, but if the engine's got too much overlap or bits it doesn't like, you know, you can keep trying to do everything you want, but it won't make any more power. This is where we're at, 380. I don't want to push any more timing in case we get a bad batch of fuel or something like that. So you know, we are where we are. 380 horsepower. Car anyway is just over a ton. It's stripped, so I wouldn't want to be driving this with the stretch wheels and everything with much more power, so it'll be a rocket on the road. So that's where we're at. Now, cheers. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry I've not been on for a while. Been really busy. Thanks again to Simon and what have you for getting involved and giving us a hand and letting me do some filming. So I'll catch you on the next one.